Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So, today I'm tired. This beginning of the years, and I don't get it because I am someone that wakes up early all summer long. But wow, when school comes, I'm still dragging here at the beginning of the year. I'm going to get down to business today. So Junior Honors, we are on our second day of the Native American literature, writings, stories. I guess probably stories would be the best way to label it. Yesterday we did creation stories. Today we're doing tricksters. So today I actually found a video of a woman telling the story of her Hopi grandmother telling one of the trickster tales about the coyote. The coyote, as you know, is like the trickster of the tricksters. So we're gonna watch that, and what I think is interesting is it's a slightly different version than the written version that's available to us in our textbook. So I think that's kind of cool because we can have a good discussion about oral tradition and the strengths. Like there's a lot of emotion and detail in her story, and she can stop, and she talks about her grandmother sharing it with them as kids and them responding in the middle of the story, versus the typed version, which there's a lot of details that are different. And I think like even the roles of the fox and the coyote are different, although the plot is the same. But I would like to talk about that, the differences between them and why that's okay, honestly, in an oral tradition. And some things to consider as the reader and listener and audience of these stories. So that's really our goal for today, is to finish that up. We're still working our way through How to Read Literature Like a Professor. We are, last night they read chapter 8, which I think is It's Greek to Me. Tonight for tomorrow, they're reading my favorite chapter, It's All About the Weather. So, which is true, it is all about the weather. I love that chapter. I mean, I could teach a whole class on some of these, but I'm trying to rein in. We'll see what I want to do next year with this book. But so far, this is doable. The kids said that they're okay with the amount of reading we're doing and the work level and what I'm asking to do. So that's good. So that is Junior Honors. I think it's going well. Sophomore Honors, we spend one day, we spend a lot of time at the beginning really establishing, I talked about this the other day, the idea of acceptance, empathy, kindness, and what roles they should play to us in society, and then how we can look through those lenses when we are learning about others. So every day this week, we give them maybe a TED Talk. Like yesterday we watched one on acceptance, which was so good. And what I really loved about that TED Talk is that the teacher that was speaking in it teaches at a faith-based school. I don't remember him saying what denomination, but I love the connections that he made to Christ about it, and I want to think more about how I can do that. As you may or may not know, I teach at a Catholic school, so I loved that. That was incredibly important because even at a Catholic school, I think we separate, like, Christ happens in religion class, and Christ can speak, reaches out further than religion class. So in any case, that was really great. The kids loved the video. We had some great discussion, and then they had 3 articles to read, and then they're writing a paragraph that they're posting to turnitin.com, which I'm all kind of diagnostically looking at this week. But they did a paragraph where they had to talk about the role of acceptance in their summer reading novel, and where it appeared or where it should have appeared or needed to appear. So today we're looking at, I think we're looking at kindness. Oh, today we're looking at empathy. So a similar sort of thing. I don't have a video today, but a couple articles on the internet, and they will be reading them and then writing a paragraph. So that's good. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Try not to miss me. I will be at home. I have to take my dog to the vet and a couple other things, and so I had to take the day off. But then tomorrow they will be tackling kindness. So empathy today, kindness tomorrow. And then every night when they go home, they do a paragraph. So I gotta get hopping on grading those things because I don't like falling behind. I mean, I do. Journalism today is like their big day. They're gonna sit down and interview each other. They're gonna post it into Google Docs and share it. So I have an assistant, like there's another moderator besides myself, and her only role is really working with the kids on proofreading. I do everything else, so I need to get them into Google Docs so she can look at them. And then Friday, so they'll have today and they'll have Thursday, and then Friday is our big day to actually upload the new staff bios. So that's how we're practicing kind of the interviewing, by interviewing each other, because we have no one from the school paper last year on the school paper this year. It's just kind of a weird world we are here. And then lastly, English 1. So yesterday they were chatty in the wrong ways, so I kind of cut short what we were doing. So today we need to go and actually fill out our character chart and compare it, what we learned about characterization, which I think I talked to you about the other day, so steal, and we're going to apply that in a written format, like a chart for one of the characters out of their summer reading book, which they read Gift to the Gods. Actually, not one character, a bunch of characters, because the difficulty of that book is because it's just short little vignettes about each kind of person, Narcissus or Echo or Panera. Again, where it tells you where I am, Pandora. So the problem with that is the characters are not fully rounded, which normally wouldn't be a problem, except that's what I'm trying to teach. So I just let them take each characteristic. So if it's speak or actions or looks, then they can just pick different characters throughout the book and finish the chart. It looks, I'll show it to you tomorrow or Friday. It's actually interesting, and I will say that when they leave freshman English, that they have a really good idea of how to analyze a character and hopefully how to write a paragraph. So they're doing that and finishing it up today, and then tomorrow when I'm not here, they are working on the plot diagram, which most of them know, but again, our kids come from 60 different feeder schools, so we don't always know what they know, which is why I spend all this time here at the beginning of freshman year just kind of going over some of the things that I'm hoping they picked up from middle school. But I do have a PowerPoint that they can flip through to remind themselves of the plot diagram if they weren't familiar with it. And then because I'm not here and it's the plot diagram, I ran off paper copies, even though I love myself some Google Drive. But for tomorrow, it's going to be on paper, and they are going to complete the plot diagram before the end of the period and turn it in. Because I do try to not give my freshmen homework every single night, because I know they get homework every single night in math. And I just think that that's a difficult transition if they're coming from middle school with no homework. So here at the beginning especially, I really try and stick to maybe 1 day a week or 2 days a week, or you have time in class if you didn't finish, they can finish in their study hall, or we have a period during the day called activities period. It allows the students to go to daily mass if they want. There's a mass in the student chapel during that time, and that's the time when the clubs and activities meet. So many kids use it as a study hall too. So with that said, that's kind of where we are. I'm feeling like some anxiety about the fact that next week is back to school night, and in the spirit of full disclosure, I'm kind of concerned about the mask thing, because it has to be a thing even though we don't want it to be. But on top of that, I never have enough time to talk about all my stuff. And this year I really want to do a better job of making the parents feel like they're in the loop. So I need to think about maybe doing some type of supplemental video or something for the parents. I don't know. I need to ruminate on that, as they say. And also I need to spend some time thinking about grammar instruction for the freshmen. So I have a lot to think about over the next couple of days, but right now I am waiting for somebody to come back from Dunkin' Donuts because he promised me a coffee, so I'm going to go hunt him down and and coffee up before I attack this day. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.